Hey, welcome to my page. Thanks for joining me today. Um, if you like the work, please subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments or suggestions. Today we will be doing a mid fade on the client. He doesn't like his hair bald, so we will give the client what they want. Check it out. Okay, so check it out. Here we're going with what's referred to as a true one. What that basically means is there is no guard on the clipper. This client doesn't like his hair completely bald, so we're going to open it up 2 notches from the bottom and bald this client out. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to show you one side of the head, but as you can see, I'm working towards the back of the head, continuing to bald this client out. In order to speed the video up, I will show you some of the techniques, but I won't walk through all the way slowly. I'll speed the video up so we can reduce the time. I have many different ways that I cut. This usually isn't my usual approach. I don't like to put lines in a lot, but for the purposes of people who may just be starting out, I'm putting lines in. So our bald line was the first line, and what you can see now is I have a 1 on top of my true one, which is the 1 guard, and I'm making that second line. The 1 is all the way open, meaning the lever is pushed all the way down, making that second guideline. Okay, so now what you'll see me doing, and the easiest way I can explain it, is canceling the lines out. So now I have the 0 guard on there. I have the 0 guard all the way open, and I'm going to work my way down to that initial bald line until I cancel that line out. I'm going to slowly close the clipper notch by notch until I take that line out. Head in order to get a better blend. I know my arm was in the way, but I'm trying to show you how to stretch the skin to get a better blend. The way that I was taught in school was to work in sections, and I think that's good for beginners. So now you just see me in the back of the head starting my same routine over again with that 1 guard all the way open, working the notches down, and I'll work down to a 0 guard until we take that line out. So now we are working with the 1.5 guard. We're going to start that guard the same way. We're going to have that guard all the way open. We're going to slowly close that guard notch by notch until we make that middle line disappear. You can kind of see the blend starting to come in really good at this point. So it looks like it's going to be fire. This is my first video, and what makes this kind of tricky is this client has extremely dense hair and extremely curly hair, so it's pretty tricky. Curly hair can be very deceptive, so I'm going to have to keep working it out and figuring it out all through the video. So to save time, once again, we're going to fast forward through this part, and it's the same routine. We're working our way down. As we move down, we close the clipper a notch until we reach that bottom line. Here, I'm coming down on the hair to take some of the bulk out. You can move to a clipper over a comb, you can move to a guard, but I'm trying to smooth it out and see what I really got under the hair, what I'm working with. So here I'm using my number 1 and I'm notching my lever up and down. I'm looking for dark spots, imperfections in the blend, different places I can improve. The goal at the end of the day is to make everything look as smooth as possible. You want a flawless blend. Here I switch to what is referred to as clipper over comb to make the transition from the fade to the top of the head. I'm kind of comfortable with my clippers, so I apologize. I was doing clipper over comb. It just started to go into freestyle, forgetting that I'm making this video for people who might not understand the language just yet, or I have to demonstrate things a little bit more, so I apologize for that. So here, we're going right back to clipper over comb. You want to keep your comb at an angle. You want to keep your comb bent outwards and continue to debug the hair is a good way to start a hairline. And what we mean by guideline is that by using the comb a certain way with this technique, it will allow you to determine if the hair is even by the amount of hair that's sticking out of the comb. See that? That's letting you know that that hair needs to be cut and how much. If it sticks out, we're taking it off. Here I'm going through my second comb through or pick through to make sure the client's hair is even after my first cut, and anything that's not even, I'm going through with my shears once again to clean it up. So here I'm doing some freehand work. Some of my camera work on this video is horrible, man. So we can start working on first time that he gets video. We have enough area to make a nice smooth and I promise you transition into a line or shape to get better. Dusting the client off to reduce itching, and I'm also giving myself a clear look at the palette that I'm working with as we start to move into this next phase of finishing the haircut. This can be the tricky part of the haircut towards the end, because as you see, the client is starting to get tired. We have the baby hairs going in the front, so they're curling up, and you're trying to be as accurate as possible. So typically, especially if a camera is not in the way, I'm going to hold the client's head so I can feel their movement. That way I don't make a major mistake. But in order to record the video, I needed to keep my arm out of the way, and I just have to work with what, the client is giving me today. I'm doing this shape up may look a little tricky to some or may look a little off, but to veteran barbers, they know what I'm doing. There's an old saying that you follow the clipper, you don't follow the hairline. That's how you prevent pushing people back. One disclaimer that I want to put out there, for the speed of my haircut and me knowing that I was putting parts on that side, that blend isn't as good as the other side, as you can see right here. When you go back to the other side, the blend doesn't look as smooth as this one, but that's for speed, and I kind of already knew that I'm gonna be throwing parts over there, so it isn't that detrimental to the haircut, especially with the client getting tired. You have to think of ways
you can
to kind of work through that. Get the client want to see, make sure that you're sitting down and working on throwing those in there, and then judging where I feel like they could be, where they would look best.
So here, I'm just trying to finish the shape up, make a nice clean cut, not let him drift too much where I can make a major mistake or a gash in his head, and then we have a problem, because the haircut would be completely screwed up if me letting his body shift caused me to make a hole in his head or a patch in his cut, because now he's sleepy and I got to go back and figure out how to fix that.